Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and today I am bringing you the second video for the February Mini Kit Monday series. Today I am scrapbooking two pictures of my husband who is holding our grandchildren at our campground in front of, just sitting in front of the campfire. Again, it's another way of using the Valentine's paper, but not for Valentine's layouts. And so think outside the box. These are pictures of the three people I love in the world. And so putting hearts on the layouts and making a page about the love that I have for these three is a great way of using the Valentine's type paper, but not in your traditional way. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm using this wood grain paper as my background, and I'm going to be pretty true to the sketch for this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut a strip for my photos, and I'm going to cut about a 5-inch strip. But I end up changing it and not using this for behind the pictures in a moment, because in the layout, the sketch, which I put at the beginning, there is a banner piece that runs down. And so I liked this stripe paper because I can use it for journaling. So I'm going to swap it out and make this actually the banner. And I'm going to grab a different piece of paper to use for the other layers. So here I'm taking this piece of pink that has the plus signs in it. And that's what I'm actually going to use for backing my photos. And so in a second I want to swap it out when I realize that I need the banner piece. So here I'm going to put that there. The photos of the grandkids are going to be on the pink plus sign paper. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut the 3-inch pieces for the banner that I'm going to make that's going to run up and down from that layout. And again, because this came from a paper pad, I'm just going to cut that edge off to make it a clean edge. So now what I'm doing is taking a piece of this white paper, and I wasn't sure what size I wanted it for a strip. So I cut it at 4.5 inches, and I'll end up cutting it down again because in the sketch, the pictures are kind of on the higher side. If you're to put your page in thirds, it's kind of crosses the 1/3 mark. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that into a 2.5-inch strip in a moment, and then just bring the layout up higher. I do want to save the extra piece from it and not waste it because I still have one more layout to make and I really like the floral. So here you can see that I've gone ahead and cut this into a banner piece, and I'm going to stick that below. And again, it allows me then to use the bottom half for journaling and writing a little bit about the love that my grandkids have for, they call him Papa Cow. So I'm going to write about their love for him and vice versa, and how these guys are just a special part of my life. So I'm going to go ahead and use my neutral piece of paper, which is the white, and I'm going to go ahead and map my photos on that. And I apologize if you can hear my cat. He's on the other side of the door, not happy that I've closed it, but he'll be okay. So here we go. We go ahead and put that on here. So now I'm going to go ahead and trim this down again and then start adhering everything. So while I do that, I hope you've had a chance to check out everybody's videos. I'll have the links to everyone's channels that's participating in Mini Kit Monday down in the description box. This is a great group of people, and they've been great with inspiration every Monday, so please check them out and check out their links down below. So I've gone ahead and I've got everything adhered, and now I'm going to go ahead and adhere the pictures down. Oh, nope, first I'm going to go ahead and take some washi tape. In the sketch, there was a scallop border on the top and the bottom. So instead of doing this, getting out my scallop trimmer, I'm just going to take this piece of black and white striped washi tape and use this on my layout. I need to start using up my washi tape, and I figured this was a perfect opportunity. And it just does break up the top and the bottom of the layout just enough that it for the photo box. And I'm going to throw another piece down below. And I like how that just pulls more of the black out. And then the next thing that I'm going to do, again, is going to adhere what's going to be my banner and journal card and the pictures. But first I want to make sure that they're moved over enough. So I'm going to take the hearts that I fussy cut out off camera. Those were from the one scrap piece of paper that I had. And I'm just making sure there's enough room for a full column of those like in a sketch. And I'm going to run these down the side. Now on the other side there is not room for two sets of hearts, I believe, because I used a 4x4 picture, and in the sketch they were a little bit smaller. But that's okay because I'm just going to have them run off the page like they're a pattern background. So I've got my banner piece adhered down, and now I'm just going to go ahead and continue on with the hearts. And I'm just doing 4. And then I do have a couple extra hearts, so I'm going to actually throw those also down onto the bottom banner. In the sketch, it looks like they might have buttons or something like that, and I'm just going to pull the hearts down to the bottom banner since I have them already cut out. I know I saw on Facebook today somebody posted about fussy cutting, and a lot of people were saying that they don't like doing it. I like it. To me, it's relaxing to fussy cut, and I like how, to me, it's an economical option for embellishments. This didn't cost me anything. It was already in the pad of paper, so with just a little bit of effort and cutting around the hearts, I was able to get additional embellishments at no cost. I've already bought the paper pad. So, I guess it's up to everyone's individual. I like doing it. I will fussy cut intricate stuff out, but it's not everybody's cup of tea. So here I'm going to trim off those hearts, and so they look like they're running off the page. And now I'm going to go ahead and adhere those two onto the bottom part of the banner. Now another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look through the cut apart pieces that I had, and there is one of the cut aparts was a larger heart that looks just like the smaller hearts that I fussy cut off camera. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and I'm using this up above as my embellishment up to start my cluster up above. So here's where I'm going to put that, but it was blending in too much with the pattern paper. So what I'm going to do is take the black cardstock, and I'm going to just mat it on the black, and then it will make it pop. And I'm just cutting it so it just has a slight edge to it, and just following the shape of the heart. And when I put it up there, I will tuck part of it underneath the pictures. Sorry, it's off screen, but I'll tuck it in so that you can see it, the top half, and you can tell what the shape is, obviously. So I like where that's at, and again, here's I'm gluing those other hearts down. And now I'm going to go ahead and make my title. And I'm going to get out the gold thickers, and those will be the ones that I think they're Calvin, or no, Fitzgerald. I believe they were a Schmel thicker in the gold. I thought about using the white ones and coloring them, but I thought they were actually looked kind of too big. So that's when I go with the Fitzgerald. And I did have enough to write out Papa Cow. And then I will use the Doodlebug small teensy type to write We Love or actually I write the boys love, and then it will be the boys love Papa Cow. And they do, they adore him. Now I didn't have any A's left, so what I ended up using is an upside down V, and you can't tell that they weren't A's. So if you're ever looking at running out, just look at your letter stickers just to see if there's another option that you can do with them. So I'm going to use the circular ones to spell out the boys love. And I'm just going to put that above the gold Fitzgerald. These pictures were of the grandkids from a couple summers ago. It's hard to believe how quickly they grow up and change. And it's important to get those memories of them documented so you can look back at just how quickly they grow up. So I like how that looks. And I'm almost done. I will straighten it out and move them over just a little bit. I wanted them to line up with the P and try and keep them all within the same space as the gold title. And then the next thing I'm going to do is get out these wood veneers, and I'm going to grab 2 of the arrows. I was just trying to find the ones that look the best. I like the short one, but I didn't like how one had a tail and one didn't. So I found another small one that also had the quill at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and use those and glue those down. And then the next thing I'm going to do is take the sticker sheet that came with the Hello Love set, and it had on there XOXOXO. And what I'm going to do is in the top of where I'm going to journal on the banner, to bring that gold down, I'm going to put the whole row of XOs at the bottom and have that butt up to that heart at the bottom that's on the banner. Now, how many of you would have a problem with using pink on a boy layout? I don't have a problem with it. I think it just shows the love, but I know some people would have a problem with flowers and hearts and pink on a boy layout. My album, so they're just going to have to deal with it. But again, it just shows love. To me, I look at the pink and the hearts and it just shows love, not a boy or a girl type thing. So now that I have these down, I'm just going to peek at my die cuts to see if there's anything. And I like this one die cut, and I auditioned it in a couple different places, but I just couldn't get it to work where I felt like it wasn't being forced. So you'll see me move it around a few times, and then I'm just going to decide that I don't want it. Sometimes less is more, and you don't need to put extra things on. It wasn't bad there, but again, it just kind of looked forced. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off, and then I'm just going to take my puffy hearts and I'm going to run them on the right hand side of the hearts on the right and the ones that are on the banner. And then I will run them on the left hand side of the hearts that are on the left. And I won't put any on the outside because I'm making it seem like they would have run off the page and they would have been trimmed off. So I'm not going to have them on the outside row, just the 2 rows. And I'm trying to vary the colors so that they don't have any of the 2 colors that are next to each other. And I used more of the pink in the middle and then the darker pink on the lower banner. And then the last thing that I'm going to do after I have these hearts sprinkled around is I'm going to take my gold Heidi Shine and I'm just going to sprinkle a little around the layout, and that is going to be it. I want to thank everybody for stopping by and checking out my layout, and I hope you've got inspiration to do a non-Valentine layout using your Valentine paper. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. I'd be happy to answer them. And please come back next Monday to check out our third layout for the Mini Kit Monday series, and also check out the links down below for everybody else who's joined in. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day.